I know what a lot of you are thinking as you're clicking this video. We already have a free edition. It's called the demo. While true, it lacks one very important thing. Fighting games are difficult to get in for two reasons. The first reason is the skill ceiling and the first learning curve. And the second reason is the $40 to $60 entry point is a big asking point for potential new players. Tell me, has this ever happened to you? Are you going to buy Street Fighter 6?
No,
Please?
no,
Please?
no,
Please?
no.
Please? Most people are going to be extremely hesitant on spending even $20 on a game they may or may not even like. This is because it's both a lot of money for an entry point, and we live in a day and age where the vast majority of popular multiplayer games are free to start. And if you ask me, Street Fighter 6 is missing out on various potential new players due to its free version not having online access. Essentially speaking, what would a potential free version of Street Fighter 6 look like, and would it be beneficial for the game? Before discussing, it's important to define what a free version would look like. To put it simply, it's very similar to the current demo. Only two accessible stages at the beginning and world tours restricted to the first chapter only. The main differences start here, beginning with the roster. Instead of just Ryu and Luke, you also have free access to Jamie, Kimberly, Manon, and Chun-Li. Secondly, taken from Rising, two base game characters will be rotated in and out on a weekly basis. So for a week, you can have access to, let's say, Juri and Ken, then next week, Zangief and Marissa, and so on. So with the demo, you'll have access to 8 characters minimum every time you log on. A very generous offer if you ask me. Battle Hub as well is now accessible, as well as online matches, which includes ranked, casual, and custom rooms. And free players can also do challenges to earn drive tickets. Now here's the controversial part, and more importantly, the part that gives Capcom a financial incentive to essentially make a free version of 6. Basically, you can now buy base game characters for either 250 fighter coins, aka $5, or 7,000 drive tickets. Same with base game stages, but for 2,000 drive tickets and 50 fighter coins. So hypothetically speaking, a free player can grind out the entire base game roster, or pay $5 if they want one character. They can also buy DLC fighters for the normal price of 350 fighter coins. Now that I've defined the new free version, I want to go over both the benefits and downsides of this hypothetical free version, starting with the benefits. The main benefit of the free version is the fact that the game now has an official free-to-play version. Like I said earlier in the video, $20 to $40 is a big asking point for someone new to a genre. It's also extremely expensive in different countries. There is a huge reason why the vast majority of multiplayer games are free to play. It's simply because all it asks is your storage space, then gives you access to the game. Afterwards, when you try the game and eventually like it, you are significantly more likely to spend money on the game. So hypothetically, with free Street Fighter 6, a new player can try the free version, really like it, and end up buying the standard $40 edition or even the Fighters edition. And it's not like the standard or Fighters edition is entirely useless either. Some people really like World Tour, and the only way to access World Tour is through the standard or Fighters edition. So, they can also like the World Tour demo and just buy the standard edition for World Tour. Secondly, some people might just want to play this game for one character, so they can download for free, cough up $5 for Juri, and enjoy the game for one character. So regardless of potential players spending either $5 or $60, Capcom still gets money through a microtransaction. Basically, once you get somebody in the door, let's say through free-to-play, they are significantly more likely to not only spend money on the game, but also more likely to stay with the game thanks to the fact that it was free to start. Another benefit would be the increase in the player base thanks to free-to-play. Street Fighter 6 is arguably the most mainstream game, so advertising a free version would definitely give the player base a good boost. Not saying the current player base of 6 is small, far from it. It's literally the most played fighting game on Steam. But thanks to free access and the fact it's on basically any platform, the player base would significantly increase, and the lower ranks would be more populated. One problem I actually saw when I roped some of my new friends into playing this game was rookie to bronze matchmaking took slightly longer than gold to master matchmaking. So with free access, those ranks can be populated again and finding matches would be easier. Okay, now let's go over the downsides. Since the game now has free access, the main problem you can probably guess would be the smurfing issue. Smurfing is pretty rare in fighting games due to the premium price tag. However, if you played any free game like Valorant, Siege, or any MOBA, You know the mid to low ranks will sometimes have a bad actor smurfing and ruining the match for everyone. And I know the main counter argument is, well, you'll learn from the Smurfs. And no the fuck you don't. It actually wholeheartedly depends on both players' skill levels. Like, a bronze player will not learn anything from an extremely high-ranked player steamrolling them. Bronze players, no offense, don't have the fundamentals that a high-ranked master player has. So they'll see what's going on, but won't process why they do that, and won't learn a thing. They'll just get steamrolled and discouraged. Stop fucking defending smurfing. And thanks to free-to-play, there will be an increase in smurfing, especially in lower ranks. Okay, where was I? Okay. Second downside is arguably the media controversy that would happen with free-to-play. Remember when I said you could buy the base game characters with fighter coins or drive tickets? Yeah, just this year, Capcom nerfed the amount of drive tickets you can get from challenges and buying the year pass. For example, the year 1 and 2 pass gave you a bonus of 4,200 drive tickets. The year 3 pass, however, gave you 3,000. The birthday drive ticket gift used to give you 1,000 drive tickets. Now it gives you 300. Putting it simply, it's going to be a long grind to unlock 12 characters for 7,000 drive tickets each. And don't get me started on the base game stages. I would not be surprised if the media catches on to this and hypothetically criticizes Capcom for this. At the end of the day, the free version is supposed to encourage players to buy the standard edition. But again, some people will remain free to play for the entirety, and will maybe only spend $5 from time to time to get a character. With everything said and done, would you be perfectly fine with a free to play version of Street Fighter 6? Would this version help encourage your friends to try the game out? Let me know in the comments. And that's the end of the video.